Alright guys, so we're back again with the 2016 Jeep Compass. We're having an issue with the starter. So we have the starter, we ordered the part, it's right here. I'm gonna do a couple things to the car. This car has got about 120,000 miles, maybe more, I have to double check. But as you can see, this car, it's been sitting, so we gotta check a couple things on the car. And alright guys, so I went ahead, removed the battery. There's a clip that goes here, just so. You can use a 13 millimeter to get this out. Okay. And then you're gonna have to get your mass airflow sensor out. This mass airflow sensor, I tucked it away over here. And then we have to get in there. You see that right here? We have to get this guy out. And we gotta get this hose out of the way, so see that. I guess it's like an 8 millimeter. Get that out. 8 millimeter, get it out. Get a little tiny one so you can get in there. Give this a little wiggle. Okay. So, for whatever reason, this gave me a little hard time. I guess it was some seizing between the metal and the rubber with the throttle body. But once you get this out, it's good to inspect it. Make sure it's a little windy out. Sorry guys. It's good to inspect it. So we can set this aside and again keep working towards. I don't really like to bend these up too much, but it looks like this clip is broken. That's no good. As long as everything looks intact still. Okay, so guys. Ooh. That came off fairly easy. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get this bracket out of away from the throttle body, because it's what connects your starter together. So let's go ahead and loosen these bolts. Get it longer here. Okay, I might have to get in there with a shorty. Let's get in there with a shorter. Patience, guys. I learned that over the years. Everything was patience. You'll get the job done. Guys, that was with a 10 millimeter. There goes that bolt. Put it over here. Put that one over here. This bracket should come right off, as mentioned. Okay, so that isn't holding your starter. Alright, actually, let's get this guy out. Clean him up. Going with the big one. Alright guys, so got the throttle body out, cleaned it up, got this out of the way for now, a little tie up, and I gotta get in here. So I gotta get this guy out, and looks like this guy. So let's get in there. Knuckle buster. There we go. Okay. He's pretty free. Okay, I was a little stuck. Might be able to do that by hand now. Let's see. No, and no. Okay, crank away. As long as you hear the ratchet, you know you're heading in the right direction. And if the bolt's moving to the left. This one too, come on, get in there. Come on, buddy. No? Okay. Let's get in there. Sometimes you gotta really lean on the car. If it's a new car, just be careful you don't scratch it up. Try to get this one out by hand. Some videos you'll see people remove this guy, and I mean, I guess, but it's not really necessary. You could kind of get in there and like make it work. My hands, I kind of always like to wear gloves, but I'm kind of unprepared today, guys. So gotta work with what you got, you know. Come on, buddy. He's all boogered up. Alright guys, I'll get back to you when I get these guys out. Talk to you soon. Alright guys, so I got those bolts out. You kind of had to wedge it out a little bit for it to come out. Now this is the hard part. Yeah, I kind of wiggle it. This is the part everyone talks about. That's a little hard, but if you do it. Look at that clip. Should be able to squeeze this and pull right out. There you go. God damn, that got pretty bad. That's not terrible. Alright, so I think it's what, like 15, maybe a 13. Just reconnect the new one as so. I'll get back with you guys. Alright guys, go ahead and get your terminals removed. And this starter should pop right out. You guys can see I live in a state where we use a lot of salt. I mean, you could tell guys, it's been badly beaten. It's an original North American part from Chrysler, and you know, you guys can see the difference between the two. Alright, with the old and with the new. So one thing we want to do is we want to clean these terminals here. They're corroded, and make sure we get them in. Alright, you guys can clean it with either sandpaper or this brush that is meant for contact cleaning. Okay. Get it under there. Some people use sandpaper. Guys, make sure it's just gonna make a clean connection with the new one, and then you repeat the steps reverse, clean everything up. Yeah, I mean, you guys can see this engine is pretty much being eaten up by the salt in the state. You sell products you can put on your cars to prevent corrosion, but it's inevitable. So I just kind of gotta roll with the punches and fix the car as it comes. Catch you later, guys. Really mess the orientation up. There's two bolts that grab this. Obviously the two bolts we took out. This size gets threaded in here. If you have any anti-seize, put some on there. Before you put this on, just make sure your threads are clean. That way, you know, you don't have problems putting in the old bolt with. So it gets boogered up, as you guys can see, because there's a little bit of cross threading. Let's see. Oop. Alright guys, so one of the connectors I had to open it up on the sides using a prying tool, and I used that prying tool to get in there to clean out all that gulk and grease on this connector, so it can make a good connection on the starter that just fell down there. Well, didn't fall, just kind of slid down there. But yeah, just make sure this connector is clean, especially this one, because when you go and turn the car on and it doesn't turn over, you're gonna find out it's this little tiny guy, and it's gonna suck. So I have to take everything off just for this guy. So give it a little bit some TLC on this guy, clean it up really good without damaging anything. And you know, if you got some electrical tape or some shrink tubing, put some on there just so this wire can last a little longer. Gonna kind of suck if you have to replace it or splice it. So just show some love to this cable. I'll be back. All right, guys. So as you can see, the starter's in there. It wiggles its way back in there. You just gotta kind of fight these wires a little bit. In the mix of doing that, just make sure you get everything routed into the way it needs to be. This is a quick job, but also a little tedious. It takes time. You gotta, you know, just take your time. The same steps you did to take it out is the same steps you're gonna use to get this back on, the new starter. And it should be a fairly easy swap, guys. Shouldn't be hard. Again, take your time, play some music, and enjoy the process.